with LFC. Let's go, guys. It's today's the opening up
Welcome into our second
the
Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup semifinal. It will be
Open Cup
Sporting Kansas City
USA.
that awaits the
Let's see.
winner of these two,
Hopefully
Seattle Sounders and
LFC
LAFC,
gonna win.
for the right to host the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup final from the Starfire Sports Complex. Seattle hoping to avoid a similar fate as Leagues Cup when they were knocked out of the competition by LAFC. LAFC having to pick themselves up off the floor after losing the Leagues Cup final on Sunday to Columbus Crew. Here's how the bracket looks. As you mentioned, Sporting Kansas City await either of these two teams in the final.
I guess it's gonna be
the winner of our game
LAFC.
tonight,
Gonna
Seattle
take it away.
LAFC, will host Seattle, getting here by beating Sacramento in the last round. LAFC by beating New Mexico United of the USL Championship. Welcome you into our broadcast booth, Chris Whittingham, alongside the former U.S. Women's National Teamer, Lori Lindsay. And Lori, it is a semifinal rich in narrative. Seattle have already lost 3 times to LAFC this season. LAFC lost a cup final on Sunday. They have to go again in another competition on this Wednesday night.
Yeah, it is a quick turnaround for both of these teams, but the onus is on Seattle tonight, given they do have an extra day of rest, and also they have home field advantage. So it's about them starting fast, getting off on the right mentality, and a high-intensity start.
And let's talk about the two players who we think will be most important in determining the outcome of this one. Starting first with Jordan Morris of Seattle.
Yeah, he's been in excellent form so far, and 14 goals in all competitions, and he's equally dangerous whether it's in transition or in possession. So regardless of what the game gives them tonight, he has to be the focal point in and around the 18-yard box in order to put them in a great position to advance to the Open Cup final.
11 goals in his last 16. Meanwhile, looking for who might be changed out of the team from Sunday. One of the players that stays is Denny Bouanga.
Well, he's also in fantastic form. 22 goals, 14 assists in all comps. He's direct, he's dynamic, and he's a tremendous finisher. And he's no doubt going to be pouncing on any opportunity that he gets tonight. And with a quick turnaround for LAFC, they need to utilize his energy tonight.
LAFC having to rebound from the Leagues Cup final loss on Sunday. I asked Aaron Long about their mentality entering this semifinal.
Yeah, it's letting go of the past. That game's over with. Another big opportunity today, and a game that we definitely want to win. So we're going to come out here with everything we have today.
What's been the advantage for you guys, in your opinion, when playing Seattle unbeaten in your last 9 against this team? What has led to the advantage this year, getting 3 wins?
I think the main thing is having good performances on the day, right? They're a very good team. They have such talented players, just like we do. It's whatever players show up on the day and have a better performance.
And going up against this attack, led by Jordan Morris, what's the mentality in shifting from the back three or from the back four into the back three, and now going against this attack?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan is fantastic. His speed, especially on a field like this, it's a little bit smaller, is so dangerous. So we always have to know where he is. And again, the pieces around him that play amazing balls into the box, their crossing's really good. So just kind of knowing where these guys are on such a small pitch and trying to limit their time and space.
Aaron, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
The semi-final, LAFC versus Seattle.
LAFC center back Aaron Long ahead of this semi-final. More build-up ahead of Seattle hosting LAFC is next on Apple TV.
The USA Open Cup.
When you're with Amex Platinum, travel benefits like access to fine hotels and resorts with guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout.
With Apple TV.
Make for a vacation that stays with you.
Apple TV. You can watch it free.
That stays with her.
Hi.
That's the powerful backing of American Express.
The time has come. On September 7th, the U.S. men's national team battles our neighbors to the north at Children's Mercy Park. Kansas City always shows up for soccer, and it's a perfect place to show love to the amazing fans that push us forward.
Alright, chat. Who's going to win, LAFC or Seattle?
Bring your voice, your energy, and your passion as we celebrate U.S. Soccer's Fan Appreciation Night.
Let's see if Team USA can carry this to the end. Seconds remaining as USA makes a final push down the field. Let's see if they can rally together here.
We're doing the news. Subscribe and like this video live stream.
Michelob Ultra. proud sponsor of U.S. Soccer.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into. You know how I love dinos, how I talk about dinos all the time? Like at all their meals, in the car, through the bathroom door, blah, 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 dinos, dinos, dinos. Well, I've evolved, and it's all about sharks
Back
now.
in gold.
So for back to school,
Right now
let's
it's
just focus
10
on
gold.
sharks and only sharks.
10
and if it's
gold
not sharks,
versus 10.
it's not
No,
for
wait.
me.
10 gold and green, blue, gold. Let's see the USA Opening Cup.
Not far away from kickoff here at Starfire as Seattle Sounders take on
Seattle
LAFC with a
Sounders.
chance to host the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup final against Sporting Kansas City. Now, this is the fourth time these two teams have met this season. Let's take you through the most recent meeting in Leagues Cup. LAFC
Leagues
knocking
Cup.
Seattle out of the competition. Ryan Holling
Leagues
said,
Cup
opening
kind
the
of
scoring,
like-
and the issue for Seattle is conceding early and
Wait,
at
that's
times
two.
conceding often. More than
Let's see
10 minutes
this
after
one.
that first goal went in, he would be the chance for Kai Kamara. Bit of carnage from a set
Kamara.
piece and able to hit it into the ground and beyond Stephen Fry into the corner. Kamara will lead the line tonight for LAFC. And this was a long ball from
Wait,
Hugo
that's
Lloris, the goalkeeper,
3-0,
all the way into
3-0.
Rwanda. They said
Leagues
they
Cup.
worked on that in training. It comes off to
LAFC
perfection
win.
against Seattle in a 3-0 victory,
No way.
knocking the Sounders out of Leagues Cup. And it's 9 unbeaten for LAFC. 7 wins and 2 draws in their recent 9 meetings against the Sounders. It has been more than 3 years since Seattle won a game in this fixture. Earlier, Lori caught up with the Seattle head coach Brian Schmetzer, talking about the
Seattle.
uniqueness of playing at Starfire on this pitch.
Let's see.
Well, obviously on a
coach
little bit smaller
Seattle.
pitch, it plays a little bit small, narrow. We're going to try a few new defending tactics. And then on the offensive side, we might play a little bit more direct, try and, score a goal early, ugly. I don't care how it happens, but we're going to try and get the first goal on them.
And you've talked about the differences between Lumen Field and Starfire, smaller
You got
field. How
Reese
do you
playing
expect this field to impact the
goalkeeper.
game tonight?
Well, technically they're going to have to be a
Let's
lot
see.
cleaner because, look, in transition moments, it's just closer to goal. So both teams have to be clean. When we press, when we decide to press, how we press, if you can get a turnover, that's always helpful. And then on the attacking side, again, space is limited. So you got to make sure your passing and your movements are clean.
Let's see.
The pitch here at Starfire is 5 yards narrower and 6 yards shorter than at Lumen Field.
Alright,
It will make
we're
for
coming.
a different game.
Angeles
at first half
versus
kickoff is next.
Seattle.
The Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup semifinal, Seattle hosting
The
LAFC.
semifinal.
Am I a bad person? Tell me, am I? I'm single-minded. I'm never satisfied. I don't respect you. I have an obsession with power. I'm delusional. I'm maniacal. Tell me. Does that make me a bad person? Does it?
It's waiting
At
for
RBC Wealth
the
Management, we know you
they're
have
waiting
ideas
for
for your future.
the
Ideas that
the
can have you
news,
taking more time off
all news of the
or putting more
MLS.
time in. They
Let's
could
see.
mean more peace and quiet,
Hold on, they're doing
more
like
fun
the
and games.
news first, and then from that,
ideas you can drive
boom.
or that
From
drive
being
you.
in the
From settling in
the
to living it up.
MLS,
What ideas will you
but
bring
it's
to
gonna
life?
be
No more with
the
RBC
US
Wealth
Opening
Management.
Cup, the semifinal. Let's see.
Olays, 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 olays.
Olays, olays,
Wait for it. Wow.
Olays, olays, olays.
Then national. Yeah, they're doing like just like the MLS.
Engineered to minimize noise
Gonna be the
and built
MLS.
for adventure,
They say.
which can also be
for
your
it.
own quiet cabin in the woods.
And
The fully electric
That's it.
Q8 e-tron, an electric vehicle that recharges you. How we get there matters.
Yeah, I knew it gonna be that. U.S. Open Cup. They're in.
A great atmosphere building at the very intimate Starfire Sports Complex. A little under 5,000 expected here, but a packed house for Seattle Sounders hosting LAFC in this Open Cup semi-final. Let's get into your starting lineup first for the home Seattle Sounders. It's just the one change. It's the Cup goalkeeper Andrew Thomas coming in for Stephen Fry.
Well, and he's going to be vital in possession with his distribution, especially in the first 15 minutes.
Andrew Thomas.
We expect him to go more direct to put LAFC under pressure. João Paulo will no doubt be the stalwart in the midfield, but up top it is all about Rusnak, Morris, linking, creating with one another.
It's small. It's the Seattle Stadium. It's like the. It's like the practice. The practice home
refereed 7 games in Major League Soccer against the big assignment here of the semifinal. There is Kevin Scott in the VOR room in North Texas in case any big decisions need further examination. And that takes us into the LAFC lineup. It's 6 changes from the Leagues Cup final at the weekend. Lloris, Chanot, Long, Palencia, and Wanga, the players at stake.
Well, with the big turnaround between games, the big question is going to be how do they handle that, their mentality, the first 15 minutes.
I guess Campo got faded, but
to deal with the pressure of Seattle.
And then O'Brien is here. Kind good.
Kamara, he'll be the focal point to allow
Let's
for
see who
wins
wins.
to him and then runners off of him.
Margarita, yeah. I don't know what happened to. I guess he got injured, maybe. Maybe he got injured.
Also out is Jesus Murillo, whose injury looked a bit more serious.
Starting Seattle.
In Seattle, hosting LAFC. Seattle already lost to LAFC 3 times this season. They hope to avoid doing so in a third separate competition.
Seattle has the ball.
In the Leagues Cup quarterfinal, all victories the way of LAFC. They have won 7 of the last 9 meetings, drawing the other 2. It's been more than 3 years since LAFC had beaten Seattle. LA losing the Leagues Cup final on Sunday to Columbus Crew by 3-1. As Paul Rothrock tries the early low cross in that area, letting it run all the way through and playing it up the other side over Campos, but recovered by
we have no
LAFC
jersey.
João Paulo, first time.
Wait, this one cream.
Still work to do for Omar
It's
Campos,
kind of nice.
comes in for Ryan Hollingshead down that left side. The young Mexican today wingback. João Paulo measuring that cross in towards Morris. It's flicked on in towards Rothrock, who does get a touch, but it's a high
touch. Damn. Orrea
to LAFC.
And already a fast start, intense start for Seattle to this game. Exactly what you want if you're Brian Schmetzer. And I think the first 15 minutes are going to tell us a lot about this game. Who's up for the challenge? We know there's a quick turnaround for both of these teams, but the onus, as we mentioned, on Seattle, playing at home essentially, but then also the extra day of rest. So can they start fast? Can they be a bit direct, play ugly at times, see if they can put LAFC under some pressure early on?
And the biggest thing for Seattle would be to not leave themselves vulnerable on the break. That's where they've been caught out in the past.
Well, and conceding the first goal as well has been their Achilles heel against LAFC in the last 9 matches, really. And quite frankly, the last couple matches of this season, conceding early, leaving themselves exposed. So I expect them to at least keep 4 players back. I mean, 3 defenders, 1 midfielder throughout.
Longa out of his feet into Oliveira. Interesting that he does get the start, is linked with a transfer to Liga MX side Toluca as he tries through that area. Left enough of it there for Roldan, but it's out for a corner.
Let's see the first goal of LAFC. Hopefully.
Trees in behind that goal, real nature surrounding us here at the Starfire Sports Complex. It is typically the home for Seattle Sounders in the early rounds of this tournament, but needed for this semifinal with Metallica concert coming to Lumen Field as the corner does get whipped into the heart of that area, and it's awkwardly off the chest of Morris, and needed further clearing there from Newell.
Corner.
Well,
another
this is
corner.
They expected, just balls being whipped in, tighter field. They're going to come in much quicker with the distance being a shorter distance, but keep your eye on Kai Kamara. Did score the last time that these two teams met just under 2 weeks ago.
Delivery this time to the back post and a straightforward play there for Andrew Thomas.
Andrew Thomas.
Long quick control.
Yeah,
Usnak. On again, intervening, stepping forward from this central defensive position.
This one, the different one. Different.
LAFC played Seattle the second time in MLS play when LAFC went to a different system, into a back three. I like how it's changed things, getting to the Leagues Cup final and improving from down results against Real Salt Lake and Columbus Crew in MLS play. Sergi Valencia.
Wait, that's oh, that's the Cincinnati.
Interesting, it's a tight turnaround. You're playing 3 competitions in a week, basically. Leagues Cup final on Sunday, here in the Open Cup on Wednesday, and then it's Houston Dynamo at the weekend.
Well, there's the emotional aspect as well. Losing in the extra minutes. And on to regulation against Columbus. So how do they bounce back from that? Already a positive start, earning an early corner kick, couple of corner kicks in this game. Kai Kamara's going to lead the line. He's been the focal point when he is getting the start, so he'll be the key to allow for others to join into the attack when they do try to go quickly.
Going back by Segura in the corner. Oliveira.
Come on. I will.
Seattle going again in league play at the weekend, beating Minnesota United by 3-2, surging into 5th in the Western Conference. And to prove they can be up there with the top teams in the West, the 2 LA sides and Real Salt Lake on decent uniform in MLS. 3 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses in their last 12. After a rocky start to the season, finding some goals dating back to last season. Difficult for the Sounders to find breakthroughs.
Ryan Schmetzer also mentioning just what a blessing that was to take away 3 points away from home against Minnesota United, with how tight the standings are in the West. To get some sort of a result on the road is such a positive, but to take away 3 points after Leagues Cup, rejoining into the regular season, so massive, and also in terms of confidence level coming into this game for Seattle is important.
There is Ryan Schmetzer in the dugout. Was an assistant in the Open Cup winning sides of Seattle Sounders. They won 4 in 6 years, 2009, 2014, 10 years since their last win. They win this edition of the tournament. All they do is win a couple home games to do it. Become the all-time winningest MLS side in this tournament.
Oh, they do not have Mattel Movies, but he's on the bench. Maybe.
Probably Los Angeles. Back in the yesteryear version of this tournament.
Well, and already, Chris, in just the opening 7 minutes of this game, we see the intent from the Sounders to get numbers back behind the ball, defensively making sure that they're difficult to break down, not allowing time and space for Kai Kamara to be able to lay off balls, but then as soon as Oliveira or Boanga get on the ball, they have numbers back behind to pressure and cover at all times, denying them any time or space.
Alex Roldan seeing that window to play up into Morris, but Aaron Long closing that one out as he steps in to poke it off of Christian.
Ball hand.
Roldan and brothers forming the axis down that right side, and with Joao Paulo. This is where you see the tightness of this playing surface. It's bent in towards Morris again, who does get the first touch. Christian Roldan falls on the edge of the penalty area. We play on as Morris sends it low and far into that danger area, but Rothrock crashing towards goal, but picked up here by Hugo. Left too much of it there and smashed clear up into Kamara. Now this where LAFC can be dangerous on the break. Seattle back in their numbers to slow down their progress. first time. LAFC knocking Las Vegas, Loudoun United, and New Mexico United out of the tournament and round to the semifinal. LAFC knocking out Louisville, Phoenix, Sacramento Republicans giving away their money. Olivera. Went to Seattle. Olivera, feel that came off. The Colombian center back, but it is a throw into the home side.
Well, it gave us a good picture of the three backs. Alex Rodon will just squeeze in, and next to Yeimar, Reagan, allow for Nuhu to be able to join into the attack, but they always have those three giving a bit of coverage defensively.
Free kick will really much leadership of this crowd, I think, here in Starfire.
1, 2, 3.
Snap towards Ricardo Fierro. Foul. Too much of an elbow in the back. Doesn't appear to be a ton in it there for Morris. High into the night sky from Lloris. Neither of these two sides able to get it on the floor. So awkward there for Campos. As an under-22 initiative signing from Santos Laguna. We got Mekki's side in Mexico as it's a poor touch from Valencia on that far side. And trying to get on with it quickly. João Paulo. Snack will pop up all over to help this team creatively.
Well, he's going to have a massive importance in this game, giving a numerical advantage in the midfield when they do keep possession. Can he float, especially in front of the back five of LAFC? Just find an opportunity, see if they can draw LAFC into those central areas and then break out in the wide areas. This field being so tight and choppy so far in this game, getting him on the ball, slowing things down, but playing off of Jordan Morris to bring him into the game is going to be essential.
Strong win there from Rothrock. He plays with real intent and combines with Morris. This is out under the duress of the challenge of Tillman. Does well to combine with O'Brien. Signing, coming on loan from Nottingham Forest of the Premier League.
Just like Messi does.
Previous spell in MLS with DC United. Two major additions for LAFC in the summer window with Olivier Giroud, all-time leading goal scorer for France, being the other. As you mentioned, unavailable for selection tonight.
Not bad, guys.
Segura. In for Jesus Murillo at center back. Difficult for him to be a regular contributor with multiple season-ending ACL injuries. Here's O'Brien. Campos. Awkward there for Timothy Tillman, but just keep LAFC moving.
Good additions for Tillman. O'Brien to come into the starting 11 with Sanchez and Atuesta playing the bulk of the game against Columbus on Sunday. Tillman, O'Brien will bring the ability to cover a lot of ground, but just the energy that LAFC is going to need tonight, especially as this game wears on. Can they keep up the high intensity, find these moments of possession? They'll be the orchestrators in the central parts of the midfield for LAFC tonight. Getting them on the ball is going to be key, so they can choose when they want to go quickly and then slow down the game to create the tempo that they want away from home.
Campos going to drive beyond Christian Roldan, but strong win of possession. Roldan poking it forward, but it's right to Timothy Tillman. Off into the area, header down from Valencia. Now Oliveira trying to snapshot. Always going wide. Thomas watching to be sure.
Well, he certainly float around Oliveira to be able to find the game. We've seen him on the left side, we've seen him on the right side, just picking up spots that make him dangerous and difficult to pin down for Seattle. Takes that one really well. First time, just triples wide.
There is Steve Cherundolo, the manager of LAFC. One of the competitions that LAFC are fighting for. There's Olivier Giroud.
not. I guess
Did make the
he's
trip,
playing.
but unavailable for selection tonight. Did come off
I guess
like
he's
an Enoch at the weekend. The conversations in the build-up. This one is now LAFC's record in cup finals, and they certainly get to the business end of a lot of tournaments. But after winning the MLS Cup final in 2022, they've finished as runners-up in MLS last year, losing to Columbus in the final, as they did in the Leagues Cup final on Sunday, also losing the CONCACAF Champions Cup final last year. There's something about finals, and could they be playing another at BMO Stadium in about a month's time? It's getting clear only as far as Nuhu. Will hold his position. Maxwell Dunn given more license to go forward. There's Obed Vargas.
Gonna be passing is gonna be 68, 67 to Seattle and 87 to LAFC.
Work of these crosses being sent in from wide positions from Seattle.
Garou is here, but I guess he might not play
Kai Kamara
right now. I guess maybe.
Tillman wanted to let it run, but Rusnak stepping out of peace.
Let's
to
see.
the path of Omar Campos.
Well, and so far, LAFC doing a really good job of creating the tempo that they want, slowing things down at times, and then looking for these big balls over the top.
Running in behind, everyone. Seattle would want to see the ball handled there by Yeimar as Reagan came through.
Corner,
seemingly held
third corner.
feeling like he had that one about taken care
Let's
of.
see.
These big balls, direct balls over the top, consistently cause the Sounders defensively issues. This one ball over the top, Wonga, Oliveira.
Alright guys, let's see. Right now 15 minutes and the way. Let's see.
Know what they can do against the Seattle team that they can get that first goal. Very potent counterattack at the weekend, saying we knew we were going to be largely without possession against Columbus. It was atypical. Which is what happens when you go forward and when you seize the initiative, and AFC coming up short. Sets foot down there. And rolled down in towards Morris, but Chanel was there. There from Segura, recovered by Rothrock. Tillman, again recovering possession at midfield, but a strong tackle from Joao Paulo. Brazilian in that midfield is in a rock for now. 5 seasons. Did miss most of one with a knee injury. Again, it's lofted in, but easy work there for Chanel. Rothrock with
foul, LAFC.
Well, chaotic game right now, back and forth, and we're seeing the impact of the small field for both of these teams. Not a lot of time and space, room to be able to possess. As soon as the ball's played into feet, 2 or 3 players, and that ball that was just played in from Rusnak just floated in. Always going to be an easy win for that back line of LAFC. So finding better options, continuing to get Rusnak on the ball, playing off of Jordan Morris. Try to regain a little bit of the momentum, because right now LAFC away from home, we've mentioned it a number of times, we'll continue to mention it. Quick turnaround, and now it's playing right into their hands, because they can find moments when to play direct, but they're also finding moments when they can combine and just keep possession.
Recovered by Nuhu, but it was a challenge from Valencia that does merit a free kick.
So Seattle has the free kick.
Barcelona born fullback.
Let's see.
Good forward posture there from Seattle, and contact there, and the judgment of the referee.
Nuhu will always be the one they're going to release to get forward. The other 3 will squeeze, provide the coverage defensively. Good positioning from Nuhu to win it back, draw the foul. Set pieces can be really dangerous in this game, again, with the size of the field. whipping balls in at pace. Second phase of set pieces as well. So the shape behind the ball, this initial ball is won. What does the shape look like around it?
Rusnak that swings in with a decent ball, but long away. Only as far as Alex Rodon
I'm
catches
just
the
like,
strike. It's right into Lewis O'Brien, first man there. Who will go all the way back to Andrew Thomas.
Andrew Thomas.
Straightforward giveaway there. There's Tillman. By Rusnak, but
Tillman.
into the feet of Timothy Tillman.
Oh, this is what's going to be interesting, Chris, is with Thomas. Yes, he's played the Open Cup games. One of the luxuries that they have with him is his range of passing, the range of throwing, his distribution allows Seattle to be a bit more direct, which we expected really the first time that we've seen him. But what does the shape look like when they do go direct? Because I also think that plays into the hands of LAFC. Get too stretched if you're Seattle. They want to be compact. They want to possess. You try to make it ugly. You play right into the same game plan as LAFC. That allows for the gaps to open up and then to transition quickly into. So if you are going to go long, you have to make sure that you have numbers around the ball to keep possession.
Nuhu coming forward and well into roll down. Now Rothrock fighting to keep it. It's out into Jordan Morris. And Campos coming from behind it. Morris did get a clean strike away, but
we have to find that one out.
So well to ride this challenge, and just a bit of a heavy touch for Jordan Morris. Can't get it from underneath his feet. Right there, rides the challenge, gets it to Jordan Morris, and then just a heavy touch that allows for defense, the pressure to come over, make the play. One of the better attacks from the Sounders early on. Quick 2 to 3 passes, and they're off and running.
20 minutes into this Open Cup semi-final, remains scoreless.
Hopefully,
if LAFC win this one, will host the final, and Sporting Kansas City will get the CONCACAF Champions Cup spot available for the winner of this competition. LAFC having already qualified by finishing.
Hopefully, LAFC qualify.
If Seattle win, there's all to play for in that final. Place next month. No matter what, the winner of this game will host. The hosting priority was drawn at Sporting Kansas City finishing 4th, so there's an away trip to the West Coast, whether it be Pacific Northwest or Southern California, to be determined on this pitch tonight. As Tillman going in, didn't get anywhere near him. Tillman fell over and was looking for the call that never came. Morris trying to slip it back in towards Morris, and it will be a throw in. The referee was stopping play there. Interesting. Tillman arguing back. Very easily have given a yellow for simulation there. The referee Fierro. Long throw, and it's a shove in the back there. The referee very tight with the interpretation of those aerial duels. Free kick to LAFC for Hugo Lloris to take. Most capped player in the history of the French national team, 145. World Cup win, 2018. Teams taking advantage of these smaller surface to press. Difficult in the build-up, and Seattle again recovering possession. Biggest key for them to avoid getting hit on the break. Last meeting between these two clubs saw a goalkeeper assist. Lloris into Buanga. We want to see that happen again from a Seattle point of view. This one down in a pocket of space. Trying to poke out wide in towards Obed Vargas, who made the run forward, but O'Brien's got it back.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do in the wide areas for the Seattle Sounders. Can they create a 2v1 numerical advantage? Once again, we're talking about Rusnak at times. Rodon brothers creating little combination play to pull out one of the defenders for LAFC and then look to exploit the spacing behind. Well done defensively from LAFC on the right side. something I imagine the Sounders will continue to look for, though, throughout. Because that's where they can take advantage of with a numbers up situation with Rusnak floating, finding the game at times in front of that back line.
Decision for the assistant to make. It is throw in Seattle. CB supporters section normally in behind the goal at Lumen Field, but the end of the sideline here in the bigger stand at Starfire. Direct ball, Rothrock goes chasing in the races off his line. And he got a piece of it. There's an open goal seemingly there for Rusnak, who elected to control of the try and strike from 50 yards.
Right there.
Takes off. Luongo to run now Igor. Inside of it and inside of roll down, but Joel Pollock getting stuck in. 3 says no. Tillman. Rusnak is down behind the play. Campos with the cross it towards Kamara, but away from Reagan. Out for the throw.
Really one of the first quick attacks, 2 or 3 passes, then they're off and running for LAFC. And that's what they're going to continue to look for. They've had the majority of the possession. It's been a slower tempo for LAFC than I would imagine that they would like. There's that bit of an awkward fall from Rusnak. Ball's picked off, and then LAFC off and running on that last possession. Always going to be dynamic, dangerous in those moments.
Finally, they used Andrew Thomas at the goalkeeper.
Cup semifinal here in this midweek, and then the derby match at the weekend away at Portland Timbers. Cascadia rivalry. Providence Park will be a fun one on MLS Season Pass on Saturday night. All eyes on this one. Interesting from Brian Schmetzer making just the one lineup change with this busy week. His best team will go in search of that 5th Open Cup trophy. Throw for Valencia. Away from João Paulo and now O'Brien. It's just been a bit of those physical contests. Fouls all over Morris feeling he was bumped away from the play. Without feeling he was bumped on the ball. Either way, it is a free kick to Seattle.
We did hear Aaron Long in the interview with you prior to the game, Chris, just about making sure that they have an eye on Jordan Morris at all times. He's looking to take off, knowing that he would be the one that gets on the end of it. There's Christian Roldan that's brought down, but off your screen. Jordan Morris also making a run. He's bodied up, fell over, immediately ran to Ricardo Fierro. Something to keep an eye on as this game goes on. Just the physicality, knowing that they need to stall Jordan Morris at all times, especially when he gets running.
straight games in the Leagues Cup before Fry came in for that quarterfinal defeat to LAFC. Ball into Chanot, who steps and wins on multiple occasions, but João Paulo's got it back and wanted to go quick into Morris, but if temporarily by LAFC. Roldan, and in behind it to Christian Roldan. What kind of cross can he pick out? It's fired across it. Well handled there by Lloris. Didn't give up any rebound.
But that's the exact space I was talking about, just creating a little bit of opening to get in behind and around the three center backs of LAFC, draw them out, but then go quickly. Cutting ball back, Lloris keeps a hold of it, does really well. And runners coming into the box from the Sounders. As soon as that ball is turned over, Chanot had stepped in, won it nicely, but then a heavy touch allows for that space to open up and they go quickly. Immediately prior to that, when the ball went back to Andrew Thomas, you can see João Paulo just telling his team, slow it down, keep possession, get a bit more control of this game. Don't need to go direct or quick on every attack.
Chanot. Campos. Valencia controlling the Rothrock, snapping in with a couple of challenges there.
Hopefully they make the first goal.
Early stages of this one. Chanot for New York City. Center back into his club football back in Europe before returning to MLS. Issues with Ajaccio, his former club, but Major League Soccer was a legend at New York City. See him in a different shirt in MLS, but living life out in Southern California. Segura with his ball cut out there by Vargas. Tillman. And O'Brien. He switched, but Rothrock back doing the defending.
I was saying no.
Good step from Segura. Comfortable in the right of that back three. Rothrock was snapping in, but Oliveira was there. Referee says we play on. Vargas wants to go quickly, getting into the space for Morris.
No one.
Tractor by Chanot. Rusnak. A couple runs. We'll go wide with Roldan. Opens up for Vargas. And in the air, Rusnak on the target. Rusnak strike is blocked there by Long.
Right.
Away from the ball. Rothrock feeling he was fouled as Paulo strike is blocked. João Paulo. Segura Roldan getting into it. More shots or penalties. And again. Real intensity. In this cup semi-final. Referee letting it all go. Campos.
Come on, Campos.
Luonga.
That's
In behind it towards Campos, who let him run. Just a bit offside, but couldn't have gotten to it anyway.
Well, exactly what we expected for this game. Just high intensity, both teams looking for fouls, looking to body each other up. And it all starts out on the right side. There's the foul that Sheridan is looking for, Segura and him. I think it's a good no call. Both of those players just going in, shoulder to shoulder. Segura does so well. Then to get up immediately and start that play. And you can't overestimate the importance right now of O'Brien, Tillman in the midfield for LAFC. Covering a lot of ground. And you coming into this game is going to be important for them to stay connected to the back three. Just to give that connection in those central areas. Denying a lot of space. In real time that we've seen the Seattle Sounders look dangerous in the central areas is that last opportunity before Christian Roldan was brought down. Started on the right side, created a little 2v1, opened up the central areas. Rusnak just couldn't get a shot off in time before the coverage defensively came for LAFC.
Kakumara.
Campos. Open Cup champions, you'll never sing that in the chant for the Sounders supporters. Tempting fate here.
Metallica songs. You and I know them all too well.
Yes, they followed us around.
Right now, 0-0.
Fantech moving field, which is, of course, the same.
That's not wow.
Protest coming from LAFC side. Reagan. There's some posture there from LAFC is
That's not.
from Kamara,
But
referee doesn't want the free kick. Friday Night Baseball returns to Apple TV Plus Friday night with two great games versus the San Diego Padres. Look to strengthen their
Apple TV with baseball.
As they travel to Tampa to take on the Rays, then Seattle Mariners travel south to take on the Angels as they try to stay in the playoff hunt. Coverage begins from 6 p.m. Eastern Time exclusively on Apple TV Plus. Well, it's a loose one there for Joao Paulo in to be recovered. Got it down for Roldan. Vargas into Joao Paulo.
I guess they were tired with the finals.
Out wide for Christian Roldan. Left short and a decent crossing position here for Alex Roldan.
They were tired.
The longer of the intervention, and now Seattle will have a corner as Rothrock and Palencia have been well acquainted in this game and needing to be separated by the referee. Two number 4 teams having a bit of a go at each other.
Well, that's the ball that I think Seattle needs to continue to look for out wide. LAFC are happy to converge centrally, denying those entry passes in the middle of the field. So the wide areas is where it's going to be on, and then to be able to whip in early balls or get 1v1 situations, have to continue to look for it. That opportunity now leading them to a set piece that could ultimately be dangerous given how the context of this game has gone.
Corner of Seattle.
Causing havoc, chaos inside the 18-yard boxes.
Let's see.
Delivery is high. The header was down for Reagan, but Tame in the end is almost there for Seattle. Able to pick that one up.
I don't know, for real. I'm being just like the same thing, same home with Seattle, maybe 3-0.
LAFC still scoreless in this Open Cup semifinal, playing for the right.
It's going to be just like Columbus Crew
September the
versus.
25th from 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Kansas City
Let's
locking
see.
in their spot in the final. Last night getting in the 11 by 2-0. Cannot post regardless of who wins here today. Off of Morris last and out for a throw. Free on Apple TV as this game here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Open Cup After Dark here. Pacific Northwest. Lovely evening. Running Starfire.
Or maybe 0-0. I don't know who's going to win.
Ryan trying to interchange, but Mark's got
Could
it back.
wait.
Up from behind. It is a free kick.
Both teams throughout this first part of the first half.
1-1. I
A
might
really good
think
job
about
of
it.
just making sure defense comes first. They're getting numbers back behind the ball.
Maybe 1-1.
And that was the story coming into this game, especially for Brian Schmitzer and the Sounders. For the Sounders. Is making sure that they lock things down, don't allow for LAFC to go quickly.
Towards Rusnak, but Segundo was tracking the whole way. Nuhu trying to apply some more pressure. Off rocks, won it back. Segundo by Tillman.
But same goes for LAFC, doing such a good job. Tillman, O'Brien leading the way, covering the back line. Really denying any clear opportunities defensively for either team.
Or tackle in this time. Free kick given the way of LAFC. We've just seen those tackles coming in. Both teams, nothing rising to the level of a yellow as yet, but the tight nature of this pitch, you see those physical duels happening all over the pitch. Seattle. Nuhu fighting Oliveira. It's a bit of a comparison, this dimension of the surface, this compared to something like the Copa America that we saw this summer.
Let's see.
5 yards narrower, 6
Right
yards
now it's
shorter.
39 minutes.
Your regulation pitch.
Let's see who wins.
Just
Right now
condenses
I'm
everything.
thinking
Free kick
0-0.
given. Luanga with a chance to lift a set piece.
Let's see
Crossing
Denise
position
Mwanga.
here. LAFC sending all their center backs forward. Trying to win in the air again. First goal in this fixture yet again.
Let's see projection. Denise Mwanga.
There is Mwanga's delivery into that near post and roll down, one in the air. Still work to do for Thomas, who punches.
Oh.
It's headed off the line. It's still there for O'Brien.
My God.
For Seattle, just about done in the danger. Aldi Kamara catch that. And now Seattle want to go quickly. Rock to the floor. Free kick awarded. They're asking for yellows. Rock none too happy.
Well, certainly the intensity of this
Damn,
match,
it was
last 5 minutes or
clean
so of regulation. In this
goal.
first half, the intensity is starting to
Really
rise.
locked in.
And
Let's
the
see.
initial ball whipped in with so much pace, dealt with initially from the Seattle Sounders, and then look at the strike from Kai Kamara, almost exactly like we saw in the second goal the last time that these two teams met in such good position to be able to pounce on the second one. Reagan on the line. There's the initial punch from Thomas, and then Reagan in a perfect position to deny. Kai Kamara takes it so well, gets
What are
all
they
of
saying?
it. Can't believe his luck. Which is the positioning of Kai Kamara to be able to pounce on it first, take it out of the air first time. Excellent work from the center forward. Even better from the center back, Reagan. Right place, right time to deny LAFC. The last few minutes of this first half.
Seattle Sounders going towards their bench. The referee is pointing to his earpiece there. Appeared to be a bit of an
What
off-ball
happened?
incident. Paul Rothrock and Timothy Tillman laying into it while we were showing you that replay.
What would you call
Referee Fierro dealing with this incident with the help there of Kevin Stott. Still conversations happening. We saw Tillman go down earlier. Now, too much contact with Yamar. And where is that incident? It's Nuhu there off the ball.
Oh.
Running into it there with Tillman, who grabbed at his
Okay, I've
midsection
never
just
seen
as
that.
the Seattle players are arguing about a card. Still to play,
Damn.
being held up. Looks like we're okay to continue. So no further discipline required there for Nuhu. Seattle will be pleased to remain at 11 v 11 in case any checks were required there. Here is Kai Kamara. Had that big chance. It was Jackson Reagan among the 4 Seattle players on the line. That got the header in.
It's those little details that matter so much, and these types of games, semifinals, where the final is on the line. Fantastic work from Reagan. Put himself in a great position to be able to make that save. But Kai Kamara, my goodness, again, almost identical to the goal that he scored in the second phase off the corner kick. The last time these two teams met, just pounces on it first, gets there. Excellent strike contact. Denied in the end by Reagan.
By far the best chance. First half coming there as Rothrock gets a piece, but Segura helping it out for Palencia. Pushing beyond it towards Oliveira, but well read there by Nuhu. One of the attempted.
Oh my God.
Christian Roldan. Side struggling to find a route to keeping possession. Off the ball, Rothrock wants him, but a shot there from Wall. There's a throw into Seattle. Crowd wanted that free kick. Rothrock certainly not shy in this one. One with a few LAFC players as Roldan plays there with Rothrock, who is able to control ahead of Long. Deep there from Tillman and Mwanga to Kamara. Hold up play, solid tackle from there by João Paulo.
Well, it's going to be even more important that all the players start to play even more quickly because that pressure, the chippiness, tackles coming in, and that much quicker now with the intensity rising. The last incident on that right-hand side. That opportunity from Kai Kamara just raising the bar in terms of the level of play. So playing quickly, utilizing the width. This is a smaller field, and you mentioned the dimensions, Chris. So 5 yards, big difference. Get on the touch line, provide the width, and start to move the ball around. You can buy yourself a little bit more time when you are on the ball.
Just the 1 minute added at the end of this first half.
1 minute. Semi-final. LFC versus Seattle.
So much in the way of clear goal-scoring chances, but certainly the intensity of the cup semifinals. This snap is one and gone beyond Long and breaking up that counter. Does earn himself a booking.
We did feel like that was coming from Long. We saw on the right-hand side. Embodying up Rothrock just moments ago, this time riding Rusnak on that challenge. Knowing that he needs to stall any sort of quick attack for Seattle. Be happy to take that yellow card late in this first half.
Long there from João Paulo and away from Chanel. But it is the corner. Halftime break. Thing for LAFC to deal with.
Let's see.
To halftime break scoreless.
Hopefully.
Spurs snap delivery. In the heart of that area, it's Kamara won the header. Vargas. And it will be the
first half is ended right now. We're seeing the second half.
The best of them certainly fell to Kai Kamara, who volleyed towards goal, headed off the line from Jackson Reagan, inches away from the breakthrough, but at halftime, it is Seattle 0, LAFC 0.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is exactly what we expected coming into this game. Back and forth, but some chippiness, high intensity, and with a small field, not a lot of time for either team to be able to play. So I imagine that's a talking point for both coaches going into the second half.
Right now, the first half is alright. Let's see the next half.
So we are scoreless.
Hopefully they make one
joining us
goal.
now to discuss that first half is Mark Dos Santos, the assistant coach at LAFC. And Mark, we didn't see too many obvious goal-scoring chances. Kamara had that big one. How did you see that first half?
I think we're having a little bit of a tough time to get in behind them. There's not a lot of depth on the field, so we're gonna have to find a little different solutions when it comes to that offensively.
I
think defensively, overall, we've done a good job to close them down, but it's gonna be a game of detail. Set plays, throw-ins in the box. We're gonna have to make important plays if we want to win here.
Mark, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
And that is Mark Dos Santos, the LAFC assistant coach, talking about what we've seen so far in these 45 minutes where it remains scoreless here at Starfire. It is Seattle 0, LAFC 0. A chance in the final to host the final on the line on September 25th. Our halftime show comes your way next on Apple TV.
Mom, Dad, the new school year is a chance to show off what I'm into.
Already finished the first half. Let's see the next half. Let's predict the second half.
Through the bathroom door, blah blah blah, dinos.
Chat.
Well, I've evolved, and it's all
Let's
about
see the
sharks
next
now. So for
half.
back to school,
We're
let's just
gonna
focus on
win
sharks and only
LAFC
sharks.
or
And if it's not sharks,
Seattle.
it's not for me.
When you're a sports fan, nothing beats being there. And when you're with Amex Platinum, you never miss the next big moment. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
We got the League Cup. Just win Columbus Crew. We finished League Cup on Sunday. LAFC versus Columbus Crew. Columbus Crew win to the final. That's good.
These are all keepers. Store more, share more. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us. Connect with AT&T.
Let's see the second half.
Nothing dims my light like a migraine. With Nurtec ODT, I found relief.
The only migraine medication that helps treat and prevent all in one.
To those with migraine, I see you.
For the acute treatment of migraine with or without aura and the
You're saying this game is going to be about
They
details,
have
not too
the
many
wire
chances.
hose.
It'll be about those corners,
Right.
those second balls, those opportunities that we kind of saw there for Kai Kamara.
Yeah, I also think about the width, right? Because we know this field is tight. There's not a lot of room. The challenges are coming quick and fast and furious. So it is about expanding the game as much as possible, utilizing the width. Then that opens up the central areas where both of the teams want to attack, ideally.
And let's get now to the first half highlights
First
from
half.
this one. And it would be an early opportunity for LAFC.
Seattle.
Valencia down for Olivero, just as a snapshot, trying to get something going.
Yeah, and both teams having some chances. Not really clear outside of the one of Kai Kamara late in the first half, but decent opportunity from Olivero taking it first time. That's what he'll do, find spaces to be able to drift inside. And then for Seattle, trying to play through Rothberg, finds Jordan Moore. It's just a bit of a heavy touch.
They
Again,
have to
the pressure's
guard
coming
them.
fast. Furious, if the touch isn't spot on, it's always going to be difficult, especially on this turf as well. That one just gets wide and away from Jordan Morris, but this would be the best opportunity of the game. Reagan initially, it's a great save, and then look at that save from Reagan after Kai Kamara, just in a wonderful position. Second phase, just ready to pounce on it anytime, gets all of it, allows it to come down. There's Thomas coming out through traffic, and then my goodness, what a strike from Kai Kamara. Takes it so well, but Reagan, exactly where you want one of your center backs, just on that goal line right behind Thomas to be able to clear it away when necessary.
Yeah, it was a shot on goal of this first half for LAFC. You see the figures slightly in the favor of the away side. Seattle will get to register a shot on target.
Yeah, and I think it goes for them in terms of a team that wants to have possession. It's more about finding the width for them because they do want to get expansive. They do want to find those numerical advantages in the wide areas. So they got to spread it out. Look to see if they can get better opportunities in the second half.
But for now, it is the forehead of Jackson Reagan that has kept this first half scoreless. Seattle 0, LAFC 0. We'll show you the highlights from the other Open Cup semifinal next.
Open Cup. US Cup.
Wow. This there has wavy edges. The tear is so much better. I'm starting to get carried away. Designed with smooth tear.
Let's see what's next.
Scoreless after 45 minutes in this Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup semifinal. Seattle 0, LAFC 0 after 45 minutes. The winner of this game will get to host the final. Come September 25th against the winner of this game, Sporting Kansas City and Indy 11, and it would be the MLS side who would strike first blood. Jake Davis handing off to Johnny Russell. It doesn't look like a shooting position, but any position is a shooting position for Johnny Russell.
Yeah, and anytime you give him time and space in this manner, it initially looked like he
never
bit that
played
into the far
with
post, but
home.
instead from that angle you just see that he takes it through his laces, just drives it into that far post to put him up 1-0. And then again, too much time and space in almost an identical area. That one just floated in to the path of center back Rosario, who does the rest, just knocks it down, makes it 2-0. They'd be the ultimate winners last night.
And thus ends the magical run of Indy 11, the last remaining lower league side into the semifinal, but they go out to Sporting Kansas City. So this is how the bracket looks again. September 25 is the date of the final. It will be Seattle or LAFC hosting Sporting Kansas City, finishing last in that hosting priority. So it'll either be at Lumen Field or it will be at BMO Stadium in LA. The outcome of that to be determined in the second 45 minutes. Maybe extra time.
Hopefully they
maybe
put it
penalties.
home.
We'll find out. Coming up next is after 45 minutes, it's this header off the line that has kept this one scoreless from Jackson Reagan. The second 45 is coming your way next.
Olays, 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 olays.
Olays,
Olays,
Olays, olays, olays.
Sometimes life has a way of surprising you. Thanks to fee-free overdrafts. Early payday.
To the next half. Let's see.
Still to play for in this Open Cup semifinal. Seattle nil, LAFC nil after 45 minutes. It is a tight one. It is an intense one.
This one tight.
Plenty of challenges all over the pitch, and not too many opportunities for either team as both sides start to file back out onto the pitch for second half warm-ups. Lori Lindsay, when you're looking for a way that either team can find space, it's so difficult on a smaller surface. How are both these teams trying to approach doing it?
Yeah, I think it's about finding 2v1 situations. You know, we talked a lot about it in the first half for Seattle because they do want to possess a bit more typically than LAFC. So finding that numerical advantage with Rusnak popping out wide, creating with the Rodon brothers or Rothrock at times. But I do think, given that what we heard from Marc Dos Santos, that's something that we're going to have to see from LAFC as well. Since that direct ball isn't coming off for them, now can they start to build up, create the 2v1 with their wing back and one of the right or left center backs helping to progress the ball as well.
That would be the pleasing thing from a Seattle point of view, is that LAFC have not found that big break in transition that normally they feed off.
Well, and that was one of the main talking points from Brian Schmetzer coming into this game. We cannot give away early goals. We can't give them goals off of our turnovers. So far, so good, but now the details do come into play. And if you're going to hone in on defense, now can you execute even more and find a better opportunity in the attack for both of these sides?
Now, they don't have a few players, namely Olivier Giroud, on their bench, but still big options to come on for LAFC. When you look at Hollingshead and Bogusz, even Ilya Saka speaks, a big difference makers on the bench.
Well, especially when you look at Bogusz and the form that he's in as well, going to be a willing runner, much like we've talked about with Bowanga, typically goes to flanking the center forward. But Kai Clark's going to have a big opportunity. Just
second half is starting
to build up a play in behind.
already. Let's see.
With these second 45 minutes in this Open Cup semifinal.
The final of U.S. Open Cup.
Cup final.
Just kicking net.
September 25th, 10:30 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 Pacific on Apple TV. Available for free. Entertainment, Sporting Kansas City. Kamara.
Come on.
Getting into it there with Reagan. Does earn a free kick, and Kamara looking uncomfortable as he went to the floor.
Let's see.
Grabs his right leg. Timlin wanted to play quickly. Kamara getting into it. Uncomfortable.
Well, that's the exact point I was making, Chris, about Kai Kamara. It's just holding up the ball, being a big presence, forcing Reagan to come tight, and then look to see if he can play in runners that are running off of him. Reagan knows he has to be touch tight to not allow for Kai Kamara to be able to turn, get faced up.
Now Luonga again.
Luonga, long
For a set piece in an area of uncertainty. It's Tillman who got a glancing header, but no one off the other side of it.
right there.
Just go out of play for a goal kick.
Goal kick to Seattle.
With pace, really, it's a difficult ball to play initially, so you have to stay touch tight with your runners. Fizzes through, but we saw previously, right before halftime, balls are difficult to deal with. Kai Kamara, players for LAFC, just waiting for the punch out or the redirection.
Good to see Kai Kamara back to his feet. There's a concern on an artificial surface that includes bigger long-term injuries. 39-year-old from Sierra Leone, playing his 18th MLS season. This kid who ran away from the Civil War, I should not be here, remains his eternal perspective. Second all-time in the MLS goal-scoring charts. Here's Luonga. O'Brien coming out wide. Those advantages down that left side.
Let's see.
Campos to O'Brien. Where spaces come to an end for quite a few players as Campos does lift in, and Valencia was threatening, but away from Nuhu. O'Brien. Moving off Norris.
They're not passing.
Chanel. Change teams this second half. 7 subs available in the Open Cup. Regular 9 MLS play. 12 we saw during Leagues Cup. Long out wide in towards Campos, who's stretching just to keep it. Moldana fighting and just letting it run out for a goal kick.
Well,
Goal
regardless, that's a good
kick
position
to
for
Seattle.
Campos because he's on the touch line, just creating the space for himself, trying to get himself in a position where you know 1v1, and it does force Alex Roldan to make sure that he knows exactly where Campos is. Think about the little details.
Right now warming up LAFC and Seattle. Let's see they.
See the lineups come across your screen.
Let's see.
Turn inside. New. Sprint forward, but far too heavy of a touch. Recovered there by Valencia. Tillman. Luonga. In the middle of the pitch, but we get on Yamar. Drawing the signal to the referee. It's going to be a free kick.
Free kick, LAFC.
Decent striking range here for LAFC, and a yellow card coming out for Yamo.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if he does get a
Hopefully,
yellow card, knows exactly what he's
LAFC.
doing. Luonga, just a heavy touch to get past him, slows himself down, and then sees the space as Yamar starting to come. His bodies him up. No intent to play the ball right there with his right shoulder.
Dumb
But it all
shoulder.
starts with Nuhu on the left-hand side, driving forward. LAFC almost baiting him to come, and then with the heavy touch, turned over. Luonga in a great
They
stop,
have.
able to get turned
They
in face
have.
and draw the foul.
Montel Goose. He could shoot that. Well.
This is something of an awkward position here for a shooter. Thomas looking to have the left side of his goal covered by the wall.
Won't shoot it.
left-footed taker. Does look like
Ryan?
Wong has every intention of
Hey,
striking this one.
Ryan, he could do it also. And then he's
Denny
one.
Wong gonna get to the ball. Leaping into the air.
Alright.
Dealing with that one now. Oliveira by the corner. Recovered though by Rothrock. Moves forward and Morris fighting for it. And come for Joao Paulo.
Let's see.
Will just go long. Hold on and fighting. That's O'Brien who wins the second ball. Tormented by that Seattle wall.
I know it's kind of good game. LFC and Seattle. A winner, 3 innings.
The crowd as Palencia will go low. In towards Huanga, certainly taking up a more central role.
I had to need something. Now it's 3-4. 3-4-3.
Just played on Sunday night in the League's Cup final. Again at the weekend against Houston, and then again during the international break against Houston Dynamo, a makeup game for the hurricane that came through the Texas area. What will do for Yamar, who just picked up that yellow card. Here's Long.
Let's see.
Freer. Too much joy in that first half, so that's where the space might be. Awkward there from Oliveira. Kamara trying to help it on there by throwing his chest out, but
My God, hopefully they're not going to lose LFC.
Reagan. To Andrew Thomas. Sign an extension through 2027. Considered as a potential successor in the goalkeeping role here in Seattle.
Well, that's the second time that we've seen Andrew Thomas go long, and then it's LAFC that are in the good position to be able to recover the second ball after the initial win. So back to that point that we were making in the first half is Seattle Sounders don't want to get into this back and forth game with LAFC and open themselves up. Just find moments when you can keep possession. If you need to alleviate pressure, then yes, go long, but make sure you have good spacing behind the ball. Otherwise, you open yourself up, and nothing came of it, but this is a longer bout of possession for LAFC just to create the tempo once again that they're looking for. Some of the details that we heard Marco Santos talk about to be able to get control of this game.
Oh, just waiting for it.
Fierro coming over to deal with it. Huanga on the appeal. Reagan challenge in there. Looking given there for that tackle. It's a bit of a let off there for Huanga. On in towards Morris, but Chanot strong in the air. That back three has been. There's Christian Roldan for range, taking the strike on it. He's taking the gloves there of Lloris, who handled calmly.
Well, it's great positioning for Christian Roldan because no one can step. They have to decide if they're just going to stay and keep their back line intact. A better decision from Gianpaolo because he was looking to throw that ball in behind to Jordan Morris. Instead, keeps it moving. And now
Alright, guys. See you later. It's 53 minutes. I'm gonna watch it by myself. Let's see who wins. Prediction on the app form. And then from that, let's see. Guys, see you later. Drop a like and subscribe to the Jordan Twins. Alright, see you guys. Peace.